With a gentle companion, find the wisdom to love yourself better. Today, we're diving into Marshall Rosenberg's Nonviolent Communication. This book provides a detailed introduction to a communication method that fosters emotional connections and harmonious relationships. Nonviolent communication. By learning this method, we can improve our relationships with others, heal inner wounds, and create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. First, let's talk about Dr. Marshall Rosenberg. He discovered a unique way of communication that, when used for speaking and listening, allows people to connect emotionally and coexist harmoniously. This is what he calls nonviolent communication. As law-abiding citizens, we might never associate talking with violence. But in reality, some ways of speaking can be hurtful. For example, verbal criticism, sarcasm, denial, preaching, interrupting, refusing to respond, and making arbitrary evaluations and conclusions can all cause emotional and psychological harm, sometimes even more painful than physical injuries. The significance of nonviolent communication lies in its ability to heal deep-seated emotional wounds and help people move beyond verbal criticism, sarcasm, denial, preaching, and arbitrary interruptions. It transcends the limitations of personal intellect and emotions, helping people move beyond self-centered thinking to view things more objectively. Additionally, nonviolent communication can break through thought patterns that trigger anger, frustration, anxiety, and other negative emotions, enabling us to view things more positively. Most importantly, nonviolent communication can resolve interpersonal conflicts without causing harm, fostering more harmonious interactions. Next, let's talk about giving from the heart. Giving from the heart is a natural joy, allowing us to remain kind even in harsh environments. Language and communication play a crucial role in giving from the heart, and nonviolent communication provides a concrete method for doing so. It helps us connect with ourselves and others and fully express the kindness inherent in our nature. Nonviolent communication is based on specific language and communication methods, enabling us to shine with humanity even in adversity. It helps us reconstruct how we express ourselves and listen to others, ensuring our words are not just automatic reactions, but conscious responses based on awareness of feelings and needs. When faced with judgment or criticism from others, we typically defend, avoid, or attack. But if we focus on each other's observations, feelings, and needs instead of diagnosing and judging, we can uncover the goodwill deep within. By emphasizing deeply listening to ourselves and others, nonviolent communication fosters respect, awareness, and empathy, leading to heartfelt mutual giving. Nonviolent communication is effective in self-talk, interactions with others, and group communication. It can be applied in various contexts, including intimate relationships, families, schools, organizations, counseling, diplomacy, and business negotiations. For instance, in a refugee camp mosque, Marshall Rosenberg introduced nonviolent communication to over 170 Palestinian Muslim men. And eventually, a man who had called him a murderer invited him to a lavish Ramadan dinner at his home. Let's discuss life-alienating communication. Life-alienating communication refers to ways of speaking and expressing that cause violence towards oneself and others. It includes moral judgments, comparisons, denial of responsibility, and demands. Life-alienating communication traps us in a world filled with judgments of right and wrong, focusing only on good and bad, normal or abnormal, responsible or irresponsible, smart or stupid, etc. It triggers defensiveness and resistance in others, and even if they comply, it might be out of fear, guilt, or shame rather than genuine willingness. In nonviolent communication, observing without evaluating is the first component. Observation means clearly seeing, hearing, and touching without adding any evaluation. When we mix observation with evaluation, people might think we're criticizing them, leading to resistance. Nonviolent communication is a dynamic language, discouraging static, generalized statements. By distinguishing observations from evaluations, we can more clearly describe specific times and situations, avoiding misunderstandings and conflicts. The second component of nonviolent communication is identifying and expressing feelings. Mature individuals can capture subtle differences in feelings, whether they are intense or delicate. We often have more words to describe others than to listen to ourselves. When expressing feelings, we don't even need to use the word feel. Using specific rather than vague or general emotional words helps us express our feelings more effectively. Nonviolent communication believes that while others' actions may trigger our feelings, they are not the cause. Feelings stem from how we perceive others' actions and our needs and expectations at the time. By focusing on our needs, desires, expectations, values, or thoughts, we stop blaming others and take responsibility for our feelings. The process of emotional growth includes stages of being a slave to emotions, being repulsive, and becoming a master of emotions. The fourth component of nonviolent communication is making requests. Requests should avoid vague, abstract, or ambiguous language, aiming for others to willingly meet our needs. Using positive, specific language to make conscious requests allows others to understand what we want them to do. Sometimes, we express our dissatisfaction without realizing that the other person doesn't know what we want. Therefore, we need to clearly express our requests and, if necessary, ask the other person to repeat our words to ensure they understand. Empathic listening is key to understanding others. It means understanding others' experiences with respect, requiring wholehearted listening beyond using our ears or mind. Empathy requires us to fully let go of preconceived notions and judgments about others, being present with them, and taking responsibility while fully engaging. Listening to others' feelings and needs and repeating their words lets them know if we have accurately understood them. If we are unsure whether the other person has fully expressed themselves, we can ask, "Is there anything else you want to say?" Empathy has a powerful healing effect, allowing people to see the world anew and move forward. Empathy connects us to our shared humanity, making self-expression easier. By practicing empathy, we can avoid potential violence in tense situations, make dull conversations interesting, and understand the feelings and needs behind no and silence. The power of empathy always surprises me, helping people recover from hurt and setbacks. Nonviolent communication not only improves relationships with others, but also changes how we treat ourselves. Each person is unique, but we often forget this. Facing our imperfections, we tend to criticize and blame ourselves. When we clearly know our actions nurture life, and our motivation is purely to make life better for ourselves and others, even hard work can be enjoyable. Through nonviolent communication's mourning and self-forgiveness, we can better love ourselves. Nonviolent communication doesn't encourage ignoring, denying, or suppressing anger. Instead, it helps us fully and sincerely express ourselves by understanding the core nature of our anger. Anger should not be blamed on others. Others' actions may trigger our feelings, but are not the root cause. The root of our feelings lies in our needs, not others' actions. By following 4 steps: pausing, examining judgmental thoughts, connecting with our needs, and expressing feelings and unmet needs, we can better express anger. Nonviolent communication is widely applied in conflict resolution. By observing, identifying, and expressing feelings, linking feelings with needs, and making clear, specific, and positive requests, we can establish connections between conflicting parties. Mediators must bring mindfulness to the process and maintain the dialogue's rhythm, sometimes speeding up the pace. Using nonviolent communication to resolve conflicts differs from traditional mediation methods. Instead of discussing events, strategies, and compromises, we focus first on identifying the needs of both parties and then seek strategies to meet those needs. In some cases, we need to use force to protect life or defend rights. The purpose of using force is to prevent harm or unfair treatment, not to punish others. Protective use of force aims to prevent harm or unfair treatment, while punitive force aims to correct the wrongdoer. When using force, we focus on protecting life or rights without judging others or their actions. Nonviolent communication helps us liberate ourselves and assist others. By distinguishing observations from evaluations, recognizing the thoughts or needs behind feelings, and making clear requests, nonviolent communication enables us to be aware of cultural conditioning imposed on us. Replacing diagnosis with nonviolent communication, we can better nurture our mental environment, focus on our true needs, and avoid getting stuck in criticism, blame, or anger. Gratitude and appreciation can dissolve the hard shell of ego and control, making us open-hearted individuals. When expressing gratitude and appreciation, we need to focus on what others have done to enhance our well-being, what needs of ours were met, and the feelings these fulfilled needs evoke. Nonviolent communication encourages us to receive gratitude with empathy, avoiding arrogance or false modesty, and instead celebrating with the other person. Expressing appreciation and gratitude often becomes life-alienating communication. When speakers express appreciation this way, they don't convey their inner feelings but position themselves as judges. Even if praised individuals work harder, the effect isn't long-lasting. Once people realize that the intent behind the appreciation is to extract something from them, they no longer see the beauty in the appreciation. Expressing gratitude should include 3 components: what others did to enhance our well-being, what needs of ours were met, and the feelings these fulfilled needs evoke. This way, we can express gratitude more sincerely, avoiding making others feel manipulated. For many, receiving others' appreciation and gratitude gracefully is challenging. Nonviolent communication encourages us to receive gratitude with empathy, avoiding arrogance or false modesty, and instead celebrating with the other person. When receiving gratitude, we need to focus on the other person's feelings and needs, understanding why they express gratitude. Despite feeling uncomfortable receiving appreciation and gratitude, most people still crave sincere affirmation and appreciation. People want appreciation at work and within their families. We need to learn to express appreciation and gratitude sincerely, and also to receive others' appreciation and gratitude. Sometimes, we might not want to express gratitude, feeling that words can't fully convey our appreciation. However, expressing gratitude doesn't require fancy words. Sincerity is most important. Through nonviolent communication, we can find suitable ways to express gratitude, making the other person feel our sincerity and care. That's all for today's reading. Through nonviolent communication, we can better understand others, love ourselves, and fully express our emotions and needs. I hope you find some inspiration and discover suitable methods to use nonviolent communication to improve relationships, heal inner wounds, and create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.